So we have arrived in the town of Ordu, and we are gonna go and see if we can find the cable car, which I think takes you up to the viewing point at the top of the hill that you can see behind us. Cool, get an aerial view of the city. Let's go and see if we can find it.
We're Marianne and Chris. In May 2018, we quit the 9 to 5, rented our house to travel full time. Due to the pandemic, our attempt to drive around the world has been put on pause.
Finding ourselves in Turkey, we are going to show you the best this country has to offer. So we've just started walking, and there's an upside down house. How cool is that? I'm not sure why there's an upside down house, but there is an upside down house. So you can actually pay £1 to go into the upside down house here in Ordu, and we asked why is there an upside down house, and they said that it has just become a tourist attraction. It's a little bit like the one we saw in Rotterdam. So yeah, let's go inside and see what it looks like. How strange is this? Oh,
I've got an urge to do a handstand.
the floor feels uneven. So we got an upside down cut, an upside down everything. Doesn't it feel strange?
It does, and it's not flat.
It's not flat, the floor is leaning. So what's odd is not only am I next to an upside down ironing board, but the signage at the building is also upside down. It's a little bit strange.
When we arrived and saw this building, this upside down building, I actually went over to the guy and I said, could you tell me why there is an upside down house? And he said, it's here for tourists. And so I turned to Chris and said, we're tourists, we should be in that building. So welcome to the upside down house.
It actually reminds us of the one in Rotterdam. Do you remember the one in Rotterdam?
Yeah,
the
cube.
Square
It's
cube.
the cube houses.
Yeah, but how cute is this? So the spiral staircase here, the banisters are actually underneath. We are literally upside down. Even the pictures are upside down, the windows are upside down.
This is my kind of kitchen. Not only is it like really spacious and airy, but it's upside down so I don't have to cook. This toilet, on the other hand, would be a natural disaster because obviously you cannot use it without making a lot of mess.
It's weird, it actually reminds me of one of those crazy YouTube pranks you do on your friends when they go out away for the weekend and they come back and realise that all of the furniture is you've stuck to the ceiling. I really enjoyed that. That was super cool. Okay, we found the cable car.
It's for two.
Okay, so we've got our tickets and the cost is 15 Turkish lira per person to go up and down.
And if you're a Turkish resident like us, it's only 10 each.
There you go. So as soon as we pick up our cards, we'll be getting a discount.
How exciting!
Woo! It's fast! Holy moly!
Holy schmoly! Oh wow, look at this view! Oh, it's faster than I thought.
It's very fast.
Oh, don't move, don't wobble, don't wobble it. Don't wobble it. He's wobbling it. We're going over the buildings now, and we're not that high over the buildings, but the buildings are very tall, so we're quite high up.
And Chris is stood up and wobbling it.
Chris is wobbling it. This is not part of the plan. What a lovely coastline the Black Sea has. So we're going up now into the foresty part. It's really high up, and you can see all the greenness that the Black Sea is famous for. And it's suddenly gone very quiet. We can't hear the traffic from the town.
That's gone really quiet.
And it's a bit windy.
Getting a bit higher now.
Look at these roads. I thought the roads last time were really, really bad.
Oh my lord, who drives up that?
Who drives up these roads?
That's a little bit better.
A little bit better.
That's like the one
Frightening.
we went on.
Frightening roads. And as we get to the top, you can see all the hazelnut trees everywhere.
Yeah. There's a lot of nuts.
In fact, that man there is probably carrying nuts. What point is controlled?
Whoa! I just did a wheelie. All aboard. How amazing is this view? So this morning we've driven down the coastline all the way down here. I don't know whether you can see, Trudy's just about there, and then we came up all the way over this car park, all the way up and up to here. And what wonderful views, you can see for miles. So at the top, it's a great place to come and take some selfies. They also have lots of little stalls here selling local trinkets, and in the background there you can see they have a restaurant where you can have a cup of tea and soak up these wonderful views. It's definitely worth the trip up here, and was a good fun experience, love, wasn't it? Marianne's scared of heights, but even Marianne made it up on the cable car, no problem. So that cable car was super cool. So we've jumped back in Trudy. We're gonna head down the coastline a little bit and see if we can find somewhere nice, maybe by a beach to park up for the night. Abba. Teşekkürler. Bye bye. Güle güle. So we found a lovely little park up here. Trudy's parked behind us. We've just pulled off the road there, and we're literally by the beach, tucked away here off the road. And you can see there's this big structure behind that this tractor's pulling in, and we're pretty sure that it's a fish farm, and they're pulling it in to harvest their farmed fish. So yeah, we'll see. I'm expecting to see fish start flapping and jumping in the compound here in a bit. And there's a couple of lovely Kangolls that are living round here that came to say hello earlier. Do you want some water? Ah, Marianne's giving it a bit of fresh water. And you can tell they've got the tagged ears, so they're community dogs that have had their vaccinations and things from the vets. Will be nice. We've had a busy few days filming, so it will be nice just to hang out here and chill for the rest of the day. Oh, you're lovely, aren't you? Beautiful. The problem with big dogs is you get big slobber, and I've just been slimed. Good morning. We had a good night's sleep here, and today we are going to drive around the peninsula just above the town of Ooredoo. Everybody told us that don't skip this peninsula, don't take the highway and just drive past it. So we're going to spend today having a look around. It's the last, according to the weather forecast, it's the last good, really good day of dry weather. So we're going to cram in as much as we can today before the rain starts tomorrow. If they've got the weather forecast right, and you know how often they get the weather forecast wrong. So yeah, watch this space. But it's been a nice little park up here, tucked away in the bushes. There's Trudy. Marianne's just getting the van ready. So let's go. How amazing are these views? Yes, I know, for all of those of you that message me to say, can I clean the windscreen? It's still a bit grubby, so I do apologise. But the lovely little bays and harbours down there, look down there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So we've just pulled up off the road next to this lovely beach. And oh look, there's another Kangol. Check out this beach. How amazing is this? This beach is wonderful. A real sandy beach, really blue water here. The sun's on it, and really looking at this, you could be anywhere tropical in the world. Just to give you a perspective of how big these dogs are. Look, next to Marianne. You're huge.
And gorgeous. And she's a girl as well. She's not even a boy, because the boys are even bigger. Another
community dog with the tag in the ear. She's definitely been well fed. You're not skinny at all, are you? You're going to get slimed.
Get kisses.
So there is actually the most northern point of this peninsula. You can just see the lighthouse over here. And everyone said we should definitely see if we can walk out or drive up to that sort of point. It's a tricky one because it's so lovely here. We're like, let's just stay here, swim, enjoy the beach. But tomorrow the forecast is wet, if they get it right. So we're thinking we might go to the lighthouse, see what it's like down there, and then either sleep down there or come back to here. But it's really nice. It's a good spot. There's showers on the beach here, and I think this part of the beach is public, and then there's actually like a campsite further down here, but I think we're okay to park here. What are you doing, Marianne?
Nothing.
See, so when we went shopping today, Marianne sneakily bought a bag of dog food.
I know, but I can't help it. We used to have dogs, we've always had pets, and we can't have them. But there's nothing that says I can't give a dog some food.
I know, it's lovely.
And I've actually bought some cat food as well. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's like puppy food. You're like a puppy though, aren't you?
Normally this sort of park up would be perfect for us, but because we're a bit low on solar, there's not really a lot of sun because there's lots of trees, which normally you're looking for the shade because it's too hot. Kind of a battle, isn't it? Between getting too hot and charging your electric up.
Plus, if we stayed here, we'd end up having a dog.
That one.
That's gorgeous.
It really is. Right, off to the next point. Clear. So we've arrived on the road that goes to the most northern point. There's actually some construction, so we've parked Trudy up, and we're gonna have a walk up, because there's a very interesting church we've heard about up here, and I'm pretty sure we're heading in the right direction for it. That's the beach just round the corner where we were a minute ago, and it's just so lovely. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
It really is another lovely day. The Black Coast is not as recognised as the Mediterranean coast, and frankly I don't know why. It's lovely. It's really, really nice. I know the weather isn't as good, but right now it's looking beautiful.
It is funny driving along the coast. You know, you could be on the French Med, you could be anywhere, and it's nice because it's not so developed and a little bit more natural.
And it's flat as well, isn't it? The coastline's much flatter, so in van life, driving along, it's really lovely because you can just pull over right next to the beach and you don't have to scramble down rocks. It's lovely.
Yeah, and plus sleeping, you always need to find flat spots, and in some of the coastal towns, if it's hilly, it's really hard to find somewhere flat.
Yeah.
How amazing is this little house? It's got this little veggie patch, got flowers behind, right by the sea. Lots of tomatoes growing in the garden. Nice plot available there for anyone that's wanting one. So here is a really interesting story. Apparently, back in the day, 8th century BC, Jason and the Argonauts, yes, you may have watched the movie all those years ago when you were a kid. Jason and the Argonauts apparently moored their ship Argo here whilst they were looking for the Golden Fleece. And this peninsula is actually named after that. And they've got this wonderful stone carving behind me here, which shows Jason and the Argonauts. That is an amazing story. I remember watching the movie as a kid.
This pretty little church behind me is actually called Jason's Church. It was built in 1868. And at one point it was left to ruin. A local guy called Ennis saw that there were still people coming to pray here and do pilgrimage here. So he spoke to the local people and the local chieftains and said, can we restore this church? And they did.
So yeah, we are on Jason's Cape, which is the northern point of the peninsula just above Ordu. It's a wonderful looking church out here next to the sea. Unfortunately, you can't actually go in and see it because the door's all bolted up there. But just wonderful. Look at this doorway here and the detail. Lovely. Nice stonework. There's definitely something magical about the smell of the ocean. It's just lovely. You can smell that seaweedy sea smell. The water is crystal clear. I'm gonna go scuba diving, love.
I would love to go scuba diving.
If there's one thing Marianne always loves whenever we go by the sea, is she loves rock pools. Don't you, love?
Well, there's so much life.
And we were just looking, and we did spot a little jellyfish.
There's loads of little fish as well.
There's little fish. Look, there's a little mussel. There's a mussel there.
Yeah.
There's always so much life This isn't actually a rock pool, but the way the sea is, with the way the tide's gone out slightly, it's like a giant rock pool. And there are little fish and everything swimming around here. Just to help give you a sense of direction, so Ordu's just round the end that you can see there, and then we drove along. This is the beach we visited, and then we're going to be driving round this cape and then on towards Samsun and following the Black Sea westwards. Well, that's a lovely peninsula, and if you do go to Ordu, we would definitely recommend taking that coastal road round and just enjoying the wonderful scenes of blue sea. And we're heading now further down the coast towards Unye. Okay, so it's our work weekend. We've come to a campsite because it's grey and raining. We need the electric, and Marianne wanted to catch up on the washing. She did loads of washing, but we came to the campsite because the weather was due to rain.
Yes.
And it's been wet.
I didn't plan it through. I managed to get a few bits outside, but it keeps raining, so I have to keep running out and grabbing the washing.
And when you've done loads, the problem is the van is starting to look like a laundry. There's clothes hanging up everywhere. Always best to do it on a sunny day, love.
Yeah, in fact, I'm just writing the weekly newsletter, and I'm saying that, you know, there are so many gadgets for washing, and you can spend so much money on gadgets and stuff for the van, but actually it's never going to be washing the clothes that is the problem. It's drying everything. So if anybody has any plug-in tumble dryers for vans, woo!
Electric free.
Electric free.
Wow. How many hazelnuts are by the side of the road here?
You can see it dotted all the way along the streets of Giresun area.
Look, the ladies all sorted out the nuts there. Absolutely loads and loads of nuts. Is that not just the cutest? So lovely.
So beautiful.
We could probably fit you in just about. What do you reckon? Do you want to come and live with us?
Do you want to come and live
Oh,
with us?
look. One tip, always make sure the fridge is locked before you start driving. Otherwise all your beer goes over the floor.
Right, you can stay there so we can run off, because otherwise you'll follow us.
Oh, he likes that, don't you? No, he's coming. There's nuts everywhere.
Nuts everywhere. Look, there's nuts, nutter.
Oh, you're still there. That's it, it's the end of the show. If you want to see more, make sure you click the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss another episode. And we will see you next time. Bye for now.